In a land not so far away there lived a man with 2 sons. The younger son, filled with a restless spirit and a desire for independence, approached his father one day. He boldly asked for his share of the family's inheritance, a request that surely pained the loving father. Yet with a heavy heart, the father divided his property between his 2 sons, granting the younger his portion. Not long after, the younger son gathered all he had and set off for a distant country, his eyes gleaming with the promise of adventure and freedom, leaving his home and family behind without a second thought. Once in the new land, the son lived a life of pure indulgence. He wasted his wealth on wild parties, extravagant living, and fleeting pleasures. His days were a blur of reckless spending and thoughtless excess until his fortune was completely gone. As if his poor choices weren't enough, a severe famine swept across the country, leaving him destitute and desperate. He found himself in the most humiliating of situations, so poor and hungry that he took a job feeding pigs, longing to eat even the pods they were fed. It was there, amidst the filth and despair, that he finally came to his senses. He realized that even his father's hired servants lived better than he did. With newfound resolve, he decided to return home, not as a son, but hoping to be accepted as a servant. As he made his way home, weary and ashamed, a remarkable thing happened. While he was still a long way off, his father saw him. Overcome with compassion, the father ran to his son, throwing his arms around him and kissing him. The son began his rehearsed speech, confessing his sin and admitting he was no longer worthy to be called a son. But his father would hear none of it. Instead, he called to his servants, "Quick! Bring the best robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. Let's have a feast and celebrate." Meanwhile, the older son was returning from working in the fields. As he neared the house, he heard the sound of music and dancing. He called over a servant and asked what was going on. When he learned his brother had returned and a celebration was being held, he became angry and refused to go inside. His father came out and pleaded with him, but the older son complained bitterly. "Look, all these years I've been slaving for you and never disobeyed your orders, yet you never gave me even a young goat so I could celebrate with my friends." The father's response was gentle but firm. "My son," he said, "you are always with me and everything I have is yours. But we had to celebrate and be glad because this brother of yours was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found."